The Idoneth Deepkin make their way inland, looking for souls to reap. The vanguard heads toward where they believe an easy target awaits, a lone, isolated village. As they push through the tree line, instead of a bustling, peaceful village, they find a smoking ruin and a warband of IronJawz in the midst of a foul ritual in honor of their violent god. The Deepkin ready their weapons and prepare for battle as they begin their trek onto the path to glory. Welcome to Phantom Tabletop Gaming. Today we have a truly special treat, both for us and for you guys at home. We have AJ on the channel. He's brought us Idoneth Deepkin for this Path to Glory game. How's it going, AJ?
It's going great. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, well, we are thrilled to have you. AJ is a great friend of us here at Phantom Tabletop Gaming, and we're really excited to get playing. So we're going to go ahead and get you introduced to our warbands. Okay, so leading my warband of IronJawz today, I have 3 hero units. First, we'll go over my Weird Knob Shaman here, and he is just a regular hero for me. He's my spellcaster. He's going to be taking the great big green hand of Gork, which gives my army a lot of mobility and movement options as he can teleport a unit anywhere more than 9 inches away from an enemy unit. Backing him up as another support hero is my War Chanter. He has the Get 'em Beat, which lets him on a 4-up in my charge phase allow a unit to charge with 3d6 instead of 2d6. He also can buff units' damage. He's all around just a great support hero and really important for what IronJawz are trying to do. Last and certainly not least, the warlord of my army is my mega boss on foot, this big old hunker here. This guy is a walking wrecking ball, and he has this thing called Strength from Victory. Every combat phase in which he slays a model, he gets an extra wound and an extra attack, and hopefully that really adds up, and hopefully he can kind of snowball out of control and give me the victory here today. And for my troops here, I have got 2 5-man blocks of Ardboys. These aren't the best that the IronJawz have to offer, but they're the most efficient, and for what they cost, they are really potent, which I think makes them a great choice for a 600-point game. So each 5-man unit comes with 1 leader, 2 boys with shields, which let them ignore wounds on a 6-up, 1 bannerman that buffs their bravery, and finally a drummer that lets them add +2 to charge rolls to help them get in. So I have 2 5-man blocks of that with the 3 heroes I showed earlier, and I hope that this warband gives me enough support and enough power and enough anvil to really take home the W today, but we'll have to see what happens.
Hey everyone, this is AJ. I brought my Idoneth Deepkin today. These are my 2 heroes that I brought. That is Lotan with his octopus buddy, and this is my Soul Renderer, who is my leader. For his command trait, I've took Born and Agony, and that gives him +2 wounds, and I also let him take Kraken's Tooth, which is an artifact. It's super effective if you roll anything besides a 1. It can immediately kill anything with 10 wounds or less. These are my Morsar Guard, and they come in units of 3. They can be 3, 6, or 9. And we have a Musician, one with the beautiful conch shell, which allows you to reroll charge rolls. We have a Bannerman, who allows you to ignore battle shock tests. And we have a Lochian Prince, which gets a +1 attack characteristic. They're pretty awesome. When they get a charge off, they can do a Biovoltage Blast, which for any unit within 3 inches that they choose can roll a dice for each one of them, and they get D3 mortal wounds if they successfully hit on a 2-up. And if they do get a charge off, then they get a -2 rend and a 2 damage to their Volt Spheres. And they're awesome. They're definitely get in there, do some damage, charge, and they really want the charge. So if they get it, that's where they shine. And here we have my Namarti Thralls. They're pretty basic frontline units. They do pretty good damage, so 3-up to hit, 3-up to wound, with a -1 rend, 1 damage, and 1 wound. They're not the best units, but they are definitely worth the points and to bring to any fight. I enjoy them, and I really enjoy what I've done with the bases. And here we have my Namarti Reavers. They're very great for long distance and close range shooting. At 18 inches, they each get 1 attack, and at 4-up and 4-up. And at 9 inches and closer, they get 3 attacks each, which can be really great. With 8 movement, they can retreat and run if you're following the tides. And they're squishy, but they at least get a chance to do some damage, especially with some of the new rules in 3E. With my list today with the Reavers and the Thralls, they're great for support and taking objectives and helping hold them if something tries to come in. But my main target that I'm trying to use is my eels, which can do amazing damage right off the bat if they can get that charge. And my Soul Render and Lotan both provide buffs to the Namarti units, so I think there's a lot of complementary things going on with my army, and it's all about supporting the eels and making sure that they get in there, and that my frontline units are doing well.
Okay, so now that you have been introduced to our warbands for the 600-point narrative Path to Glory battle, AJ and I have randomly rolled to select a mission from the narrative play mission pack in the back of the core rulebook. We got a 3, which gives us the ritual, and I'll have our post-production guy place this on the screen for you. That way you can kind of read along with us. AJ and I have not read this yet, so bear with us. So, once the one force is enacting a deadly ritual, the other must stop them before it is complete. Each player picks an army. I picked IronJawz.
I picked Deepkin.
Okay, glad we got that out of the way. And then they roll off. The winner chooses which player is the ritualist and which is the disruptor.
All right. Not real quick. Go ahead.
All right, I got a 1, you got a 4. Would you like to be the ritualist or the conductor? Or do you want to read the rules and see which one's better first?
The rules sound like a good idea.
Okay, so let's read the rules and then you can decide. All right. The players roll off. The winner sets up the battlefield's terrain features. All right, so the players roll off. Usually the winner would set up the battlefield terrain features, but actually our guy at the studio went ahead and set this up, so neither one of us had any say in what the terrain was going to be for today. So after that, the terrain features, starting with the player that won the roll-off, which is AJ, he's going to choose one of these pieces of terrain and roll a dice on the mysterious terrain table, which you can follow along with that on page 284 of your core rulebook. And yeah, we'll see what we get. So which one do you want to roll for?
I think I'm going to choose the inn.
The inn, okay.
Yeah.
That's this piece right back here. Go ahead and roll it.
5.
You got a 5. All right, that is mystical. Add 1 to chanting and banishment rolls for models within 1 inch of any terrain feature with this rule. In addition, those models have a 6+ ward. So anything within 1 inch of that has a 6+ ward. That is super good.
Yes.
And annoying. All right, I will choose. Let's get this little crumbly building right here, across from the inn. And I rolled a 3, which is inspiring. So it adds 1 to the bravery characteristic of units while they're wholly within 1 inch of any terrain with this rule. So anybody that's standing wholly within 1 inch of this gets 1 to their bravery. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. All right. Okay, so we've got that knocked out. Then the ritualist can set up a faction terrain feature. Neither one of us have a faction terrain feature. Well, you do, but you don't.
I don't own it yet.
All right. So we place 3 objectives shown on the map. One objective is the ritual site. The other 2 objectives are the arcane repositories. So now that the objectives have been placed, we know the battle is going to last for 5 battle rounds. The disruptor chooses who takes the first turn in the first battle round. So you just straight up get to choose. There's no rolling. So you have already, if you want the first turn, you can be the disruptor and take it. But here's how scoring works. At the end of each battle round, if the ritualist controls the ritual site, they score D6 victory points, plus D3 victory points for each arcane repository they control. Then the ritualist loses D3 victory points for each objective controlled by the disruptor. And you roll for each objective.
Okay.
This cannot reduce your victory points to less than 0. So that's at the end of each battle round. So we don't score on our turns, we score at the end of the round.
Yep.
All right, when the battle ends, if the ritualist has 16 or more victory points, they win a major victory. If the ritualist has 14 or 15 victory points, they win a minor victory. If the ritualist has fewer than 12 victory points, the disruptor wins a major victory. And 12 to 13 is a minor victory for the disruptor. All right. And then we get bonus renown for this mission, which helps for leveling up our guys at the end. If each friendly unit within 6 inches of an objective at the end of the battle gains 1 renown point.
Okay.
So each unit that finishes next to an objective is going to get a renown point at the end, which is cool. Yeah, it's cool. All right, so now you have a big choice. You get to choose if you want to be conducting a ritual or try to disrupt it.
This is a tough one. I will be the disruptor.
You'll be the disruptor.
Yes.
Okay. So you set up their army first, wholly within your territory, which is all along this edge, my edge of the battlefield, up to the objectives.
Up to the objectives. Okay.
Yep. And you have to set them up more than 9 inches away from your opponent's territory. So actually, it's not. It's 9 inches away. Yeah. So you get basically this thin strip down here at the bottom here. Okay, so we went ahead and actually just switched sides of the table since I'm going to be deploying in the ritualist zone, which is right here, and he's going to have to deploy basically along that table line back there. So we thought it might be a little bit easier just to go ahead and switch sides. So we loaded everything up, switched around. Now that you're back with us, AJ is good to deploy his whole force, and now I deploy my whole force.
This is Lotan, this is Soul Renderer, my Reavers, my Thralls, and my Morsar Guard. I wanted both of these guys within 12 inches because they both give buffs to Bravery and reroll hit rolls. So I wanted them to be able to at least be close enough to these objectives, and I wanted my Morsar Guard to be able to have the mobility to go and swoop around anything because they do have fly. So I want them away from them who are just going to push forward.
Okay, so I finished deploying. And so basically the disruptor, which is AJ, gets to choose who takes the first turn. So if I try to deploy aggressively, he can go first and kind of leverage that. If I deploy defensively, he gets to do the same thing, but it's not quite as devastating. So I just deployed very defensively all the way in the back of my deployment zone, controlling the ritual site since it's the most important objective. And he's going to make me go first probably, and I'm going to have a weak first turn, but it just is what it is. So now that we're done deploying, as the disruptor, you get to choose. Would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
I would like for you to go first, actually.
Okay, that's what I was expecting, so I will prepare for IronJawz, turn 1. All right, so first things first, I'm going to choose my Violent Fury target, and that's my War Chancer here. He gets to target one unit within 18 inches of him, and they get +1 damage for the rest of the turn. And I'm going to put it on my Mega Boss. I'm going to try to cast the Great Big Green Foot of Gork. So basically, it lets me pick up a unit and move them to anywhere on the battlefield more than 9 inches away from any of your guys, and it'll go off on a 7. And he actually, since he has the Shamanic Skull Cape, he gets to add +1 to this. That is 8 with the bonus.
I will try to dispel.
Yep.
That is an
8. So the spell goes off. That was close.
That was close.
If I didn't have the +1,
it would. Yeah.
that was pretty key. All right, so my spell's gone off. I can pick up any unit and move it anywhere on the field that I want, more than 9 inches away from the Deepkin here. So I'm going to move my Mega Boss right here, and he's going to try to come after these Morsar Guard, maybe? Or maybe he's going to go after these archers, because he can definitely murder these archers. All right, so I've teleported my Mega Boss over here, and he's going to try to go after these Reavers here, because I think eliminating your ranged firepower is going to be a way for me to keep control of these objectives without you whittling me down. Now, this also accomplishes another thing. So because in 3rd edition, once I hold an objective, I keep it until you take it from me. I'm actually also going to hold this ritual site. So I think that that's really good and important for me. So I'm going to do that. And I believe that I'm still going to be within 18 inches. And I am within 18 inches. So another thing I'm going to do in my in my hero phase here is he is going to use Mighty Destroyers, and I get to use that once every turn without spending a command point because of his Warlord trait, Brutish Cunning. And these guys are just going to shimmy up the field a little bit, all in my hero phase, if they can stop being all tangled up with each other. So they're just going to shimmy forward 4 inches. That is it for my hero phase. So now we're going to move into my movement phase. Basically, I've just moved this unit of Ardboys up to try to get a charge off onto Lotan. And then these Ardboys have just shifted over to make sure I'm holding the ritual spot. And I've just kind of consolidated my 2 heroes over here with them as well. At the start of my charge phase, I'm going to use my War Chanter's War Beat, which is the get 'em beat. He's going to choose this unit, and I'm going to roll a d6. And on a 4-up, they get to charge with 3d6 this turn. And on a 4-up, no. All right, so now we're going to do my charge phase. And you know what? Since we're such good friends, I will choose which of my units I attempt to charge with first. I'll let you choose. Do you want me to do this charge or this charge first?
Oh, that is devious. Let's go ahead and get him out of the way.
Get him out of the way?
Yep.
All right, so that's a 9-inch charge. He needs an 8 because he gets +1 to charge for being an IronJawz. Oh yeah, he is more than in.
Yep.
I actually might even be able to get all the way over to Lotan with that. Because that's a 13-inch charge. Oh yeah, if I wanted to. But I don't want to. I'm just going to charge it until right here. Would you like to unleash hell?
I would.
Okay. I thought that might be the case.
So each of them gets 3 attacks. So that's 30. And I have my Bannerman, so that's another 1. And they get to re-roll 1s on their hit rolls because of Lotan. We'll do 10 first.
Okay, and they're on 5s here. That's 3 hits. All right. I'll keep track of how many hits you have, so you can roll 10 again.
Okay. 3 hits.
4 hits?
4 hits.
And 3 more.
And I get to re-roll this one.
4 more. All right.
So
That is very good for 5-ups. All right. So now what do they wound on?
4s.
Okay. All right. On 4s. That is 2.
2.
All that. Any rend?
I do not believe so.
2 3-ups. All right. Save 1, fail 1. 1 damage.
1 damage.
Crap, this is not going to be fun. All right, now I'm going to charge these guys. So they get +3 to their charge, 2 from the drummer, 1 from being IronJawz. So I need a 9 here. That's not a 9. So they don't get in. You know what? I'm going to spend a command point to reroll that. Because they can issue the order themselves, and I've got yours. All right. That is 8, 9, 10, 11. Because I got +3. It's 11.5, and I just need to be within half an inch. That was a good use of my reroll. I got exactly what I needed. And now I can pile them in when it's their turn to fire. So if I totally kill a unit, I get to immediately choose who fights next. So I can keep ping-ponging around my units as long as I totally kill a unit.
Yep.
And I'm trying to decide if I have a better chance of these 5 guys killing your Lotan or him killing this whole unit. And I think it's him killing this whole unit. Because each attack through is just going to kill 3. You're not going to get a save because it's rend 3. But we're going to move to the combat phase here. Okay, so I'm going to go with the Mega Boss on the archers. All right, hold on. All right, and we're going to be on 3s here. All hit, and then we're on 3s again. All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 go through, rend of 3. So that's 15 damage straight up. So that should wipe the unit out.
That wipes the unit out.
All right, and before I forget, I'm going to take this wound away from him because strength from victory, he gets +1 wound and +1 attack. So next round he'll get 7 attacks instead of. And I'll keep track of that with this orange dice here. This is his strength from victory counter. So every combat that he kills a model in, he gets to do that. So it's their turn, so they're going to pile in.
Okay.
Because I get to, because of IronJawz.
Yeah, we'll do all out defense.
Yeah. Absolutely. So they get 2 attacks each, so that is 10 attacks. The leader gets 1 extra, so 11 attacks. 2 and 11. All right. And this will be on 3s. There you go. That evened back out. All right, and then wounding on 3s. Ooh, 2 wounds. Rend of 1.
All right, 6 ups. Is all out defense?
Yep.
Nope.
All right, 4 damage.
All right.
I needed 1 more to go through to kill that guy.
Yep.
I could have all had attack, but I'm saving
right.
my command point.
So, because you moved in such a precarious place, but you're all done.
Yep.
I get to attack with him. Do I get to attack with them because you are within range?
Absolutely. They can pile in 3 inches.
Okay.
Keep in mind they've got to stay in coherency. So these guys back here aren't going to really get to fight this round. But yes, these guys up here, absolutely.
Right. Well, I will go ahead and attack.
At least these front 3.
Lotan, get him out of the way. I've actually never used him before, so this will be interesting.
Okay.
All right. So the first attack is Bone Quill. He gets 1 attack.
I am going to go ahead and spend my command point to all-out defense those guys.
Do you? Yeah, you had 2. Okay, and you've only used 1.
Yep.
All right, so he's going to use his Bone Quill. He gets 1 attack. It's 3 up to hit, 5 up to wound, which sucks. All right, so that's a hit.
All right, and 5 up to wound.
And that's a wound.
All right.
No rend.
All right, so 3 up save. Nope. 1 damage.
1 damage.
I'm going to put it on this guy with a shield right here. He will negate it on a 6 up. Yep, no wound.
All right. Next attack is Oktar's Crudgel. He gets 1 attack, 4 up to hit. Oh, out of the box. All right, that's a hit. And 3 up to wound. That's no wound. All right, next attack is also Oktar's Blade. 1 attack, 3 up to hit. Jesus Christ. All right, that's a hit, 4 up to wound. No wound.
That was deja vu.
Yes, it was. We're switching dice. All right, for the last one is Oktar's Tentacles, which is 6 attacks, 4 up to hit.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. 4 up to wound. 1 wound.
Rend?
No rend.
3 up. Save.
All right. So we will pile in right here.
Okay.
All right. So now my Soul Render is going to go, and he gets 2 attacks with his Talon Hook. So 3 up to hit. 1 hit. 3 up to wound. That's a wound with -1.
All right, 4 up save. Nope. 1 wound.
2 damage.
2 damage. Okay, I'll put it on the shield guy and 6 up negate. Nope. He's gone.
All right. Now they are going to pile in.
And do they have a 1-inch reach or a 2-inch reach?
1 inch.
Okay, so you're not going to be able to get many fighting this turn.
No. It looks like only about 3.
Only 3, yeah. Everybody else can get ready for next turn, but
Yeah.
to keep coherency.
Yep.
That coherency change is so big because used to you could just spread out and wrap the line,
Yeah.
and those big units would be really effective. Now it's like I've got to just keep half of my guys in the back just to keep coherency. It's a big change.
All right. So each one of them gets 2 attacks. So that's going to be 6 attacks total. Yep. 3 up to hit.
You reroll that
they
one,
get to
right?
reroll the 1. All right. So that is 5 hits. 3 up to wound. All right. So that is 4 wounds with a -1.
All right, 4 up saves. All right, 2 go through. All right, we're going to put him on the shield guy, and he negates them on 6s. No negates.
now I can move this over to Lotan. Alright. So that is everyone who could attack.
Yep.
Alright. You killed a unit, I killed 2.
2 models, yep. Alright. So that's it for IronJawz turn 1.
Yep. And
It
you
is-
have the...
I have this objective and this
Yeah.
ritual point.
Okay. Alright. So now it is my turn. For my hero action, I guess I'm going to try to heal a wound on Lotan.
Okay.
Let me see. Let's see. Pick one friendly hero. Make a roll of 2d6. Less than the hero's bravery characteristic, you can heal up to d3 wounds. Alright. So, 7. That is
less than his bravery?
That is not less than his bravery.
So he heals 1 wound.
He heals 1 wound. So
Okay, I'm gonna try to generate a command point on my Mega Boss.
Okay.
No.
That is all I got for the hero phase.
Okay.
Alright. So movement. Oh, that's it for my movement. Okay, so these guys were all engaged, so I was unable to move them. These 3, I was able to pull over and capture this objective, and the purpose for that is to engage and charge them, and hopefully get a large enough charge I can wrap around and capture this objective from him as well. This is a tricky one, and it could hurt me. Alright, so this is Kraken's Tooth. Once per game in my shooting phase, I pick an enemy within 12 inches and roll a die. On a 1, I take a d3 mortal wounds. On a 2 through 5, the enemy takes d3 mortal wounds. And on a 6, you can either slay one model in that unit with less than 10 wounds, or if they have more than 10 wounds, you deal 2d6 mortal wounds.
So if you roll a 6, my guy just dies?
Yes.
That seems ridiculous. Alright, go for it.
Well, I could also get wounded. But considering how this goes, I really just need a 6.
We're looking for 1.
And
Yes!
it's 1! Jesus Christ! I hate these die. I got Eddie's luck.
Alright, D3 mortal wounds. Alright, D3. 1 mortal wound.
1 mortal wound.
Could have been worse.
Could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot better. Could have been a lot better. So they're going to charge.
Alright.
Need a high charge.
That's not
That is not a high charge, but because they have a musician,
Now, if you want to take that charge, you can get into these guys.
I'm going to reroll. I get a free reroll for a charge because of musician. Whoop.
Well, you got at least a 6.
7. That puts me
You're not quite on the base here.
in,
Should, yeah.
but it doesn't. So this guy can get right here. That guy is within half an inch. It's this last guy
Yeah.
who. Well, I mean, he can go right there.
It'd just be with the Art Boys.
Because this was the farthest point.
Yeah.
So,
That's
You're
why
good.
we
You got,
definitely
you got this guy on it.
alright.
we definitely need this.
Alright, so they are going to.
If they're still there.
They're going to unleash their Biologic Blast.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 3 die. For each 3 up, enemy unit within 3 inches, that unit suffers 1 mortal wound. For each 6 up, that unit that is picked suffers d3 mortal wounds instead. So what I'm looking for is 3 6s. 2 6s on him, so he takes automatically 1
mortal wound.
1 mortal wound, and then I have to roll
And
2
2
d3. So let's see, 6s. So another 3.
Alright.
So 4
Yeah.
altogether.
It's supposed to be on 1.
The Volt Spear, they each get 2. And because I have my Lokian Prince with them, they get 1 more attack. So that's 7 altogether. 3 ups. Alright. 3 ups to wound. Jesus Christ. I hate these so that is 3 wounds that go through, no rend.
3 ups. Saved all 3.
Alright. So now their maws, their Fangmora's fanged maws are going to attack. Each one gets 3 attacks. 3 up. Alright, so 2. 3 up. Alright, so 1.
Rend?
No rend.
Save.
Alright. And each one of their tails, the Fangmora's lashing tails, get these 3 attacks. So 1,
3,
2,
4, 5.
5 attacks. 3 up. Oh my god.
When you dealt 3
3 up.
moral wounds to my guy straight up, I was terrified.
Alright, so 2 go through.
Rend?
No rend.
Both go through.
1 damage apiece. Alright. And that is it.
Whew, he lived!
He did.
Wow, he lived. Alright, we're going to go with my R boys, and they're going to try to finish off Lotan there.
Okay.
And that has the added benefit of if they kill him, I get to choose and fight again. Which, not really important because nobody's going to be able to reach him. So he's good. He's going to live this turn, thankfully. Alright, so the R boys get 2 attacks each, so that's 6, because there's 3 of them left. And then the leader is still alive, which is an additional 1, so that's 7. And they actually still have Violent Fury. It lasts until my next hero phase. Alright, so 7 attacks on 3s. Alright, and then on 3s. Alright, so that's 4 wounding hits. Rend of 1.
He's dead.
Yeah, which should send it straight through. Alright, and then we will automatically go over to my Mega Boss there. And who now, since he's straight from victory 1 time, he has 7 attacks instead of 6. And we're on 3s. Let me make sure I have 7 dice.
I'm going to all out defense.
Okay. That's 1 miss. Jesus. Alright, and then we're on 3s. Alright, so that's 3 wounding hits at rend of 3.
Oh god, okay.
So these are 6s.
Nope, 3 damage apiece. Alright. So that's 9 damage total.
Yep. So these 2 are dead.
And then he's got 1 wound on him.
Yes, he does.
And he gets another strength from victory.
That's your.
I'm keeping track of that because
that's right,
functionally, I'm just keeping track
Does
of how
this
many
go up to
attacks.
2?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
So next round he'll get 8 attacks. He
Alright.
becomes a wrecking ball.
He's going to pile in 3 inches. I don't know why I just tossed this because this is super helpful. I printed these for everybody. I don't know why I went for my own.
Yeah, AJ's our printer guy, for those of you at home.
So he's going to wrap around right there. But I'm going to attack him.
Okay.
So he gets 2 attacks with his Talon Hook to attack him.
Okay.
3 up. Both hit. 3 up to wound. 1 wound. And 1 rend.
4. Save.
Dang, that did 2 damage. D3 attack with his serrated bill. Alright, so that's 2. And 3 up. Nope. Jesus. Okay. So yeah, that was terrible. This is terrible. So they're going to attack.
Alright, so you have 4 of them in range,
4 of
2
them in
attacks
range.
each, so 8 attacks.
Yep. And they're. Alright, so 8 attacks, 3 up.
Alright, so 3 go through.
Yep.
Alright, so you get 3 hits there. What are they wound on?
3s.
Okay.
With a rend of 1.
Alright, 3 5-ups. Nope, nothing. How much damage each?
1 apiece.
Alright, that guy's gone. And then
1 point is
Yeah.
allocated to something else.
1 is going to go on the banner guy. Okay. Alright, so we're ready to score for round 1.
We are.
All right, so you hold 2 ritual sites, you hold 2 arcane repositories.
There you go.
I hold the ritual site. So I'm going to roll a d6 to see how many victory points I get. 1.
All right, so D3. So that is 3 and 1.
So 4.
Can't go
So the score is 0 points to me. Your score doesn't matter. You're trying to keep me from scoring.
Yep.
So that's the end of round 1. Okay, we're here at the end of round 1, and basically what's happened is the IronJawz are just holding the ritual site. They're chanting, they're praying to Gorka and Morka, and we're trying to get this ritual to go off. And so we controlled that. We only generated 1 victory point from it. We moved up into an engagement over here. We had a bit of a kerfuffle with these Deepkin that are trying to keep our ritual from going off. Lotan is dead. Some Ard boys have gotten chopped up by some Namarti thralls, but the Deepkin do control both of the arcane repositories, and we really need that for this ritual, so that's keeping me from getting the ritual going. Anyway, so the Mega Boss has charged in. He eliminated a unit of Reavers, and then has chopped up most of an eel. Maybe he's planning on making sushi tonight or something. We're not really sure. But at any rate, whoever gets this next turn, it's going to be critical, so we're going to have to see what happens. Do you want to roll to see who goes first? Ty goes to me.
Yeah, let's do it.
And this is a key roll. All right, here we go. 3, 5. You get a double turn, my friend. All right, so we're here at the top of round 2. The Deepkin have scored a critical double turn here. What are you doing with your heroic action?
My heroic action, I'm going to give him Finest Hour.
Sounds
He's
good.
definitely going to need it.
I'm going to try to do heroic recovery. So I roll 2d6. I've got to get lower than his bravery. Pick one friendly hero, roll 2d6. If the roll is less than that hero's bravery characteristic, you can heal up to D3 wounds allocated to that hero. If the roll is equal to that hero's bravery characteristic, you can heal 1 wound. Alright, his bravery is 8. That is over his bravery. He does not heal anything.
Alright. And for my hero phase, I have nothing.
Alright. So we're on to your movement phase and we're all engaged.
We're all engaged.
You don't have any shooting.
Nope.
There's no charges to make.
Nope.
So
it is straight to
combat.
That was quick. Alright, so
where are we going? We're going with this eel first. The eel's going to have a better chance of doing the damage.
yeah.
Okay.
Not a lot. Not a lot.
I'm going to go ahead and spend one of my 2 command points to all-out defense.
Alright. Then I will all-out attack.
Sounds good.
So
So you normally hit on 3s. You're going to hit, or sorry, what do you normally hit on here?
3s.
Okay, so you're going to be hitting on 2s.
Yep. And because he is my Lotian Prince, I get an extra attack. And so that is 3 attacks for the first one.
Okay, hitting on 2s. That is 3 hits.
Yeah, where's that with the wounds? Alright, 3 up. 3 up.
All right, 1 wound.
1 wound, no
No
rend.
rend. All right, 2 up save. All right.
Alright. Fang Maws, 1 attack. 3 up.
Yep.
That's a hit. 3 up.
No wound.
No wound, and that's a
Alright.
D3 damage. Alright, so D3 attack for the tail.
2
2
attacks.
attacks. 3 up. Alright, 3 up to wound.
1 wound.
1 wound.
No rend.
No rend.
2 up save. No. 1 damage.
1 damage.
All right.
Still alive.
And that's it for the eel.
That is it for the eel.
So here we go. He is going. I'm going to fight with my leader here. He is going to fight into the eel, and now he gets 8 attacks from strength from victory. And he's going to hit on 2s. Or sorry, he hits on 3s. My bad. You all out attack, but I'll defend. All right, on 3s. That is all hits. All right. Wounded on 3. That is 6 wounds, rend of 3.
He is dead.
So that's, 6 times 3, 18 damage. All right.
Alright.
So that means I get to immediately pick. And I'm going to fight with my Ard boys. Oh boy, do I want to... How many wounds does this guy have left?
No, because of his command trait. He has... See, that would be 7. He has 6 wounds left.
6 wounds left. Ooh, he's a tougher.
No, he has, because of his command trait, Unstoppable, or not Unstoppable Fury, Born from Agony, he gets 2 extra wounds. So he normally has 5. So
he
because
got
of that,
7.
he has 7, and he's lost 1.
Okay.
Which he did to himself, because he's an idiot.
All right. So my guys still do 2 damage per time from Violent Fury because it's not my next hero phase yet. So I'm going to all-out attack them. So that takes me down to no command points until my turn. So here we go. On 2s. All hit. All right. On 3s. All right. 4 wounds and a rend of 1. All right. 5 and 6s. Woo! What a roll! Nice, 2 damage because 1 goes through. That was good.
All right, so all your boys have gone. So now my Soul Renderer is going to attack into him again.
Yep. And he still has all that defense going because that lasts for the phase.
So I'm going to try Hangman's Knot on him. At the start of the combat phase, pick an enemy hero that is within 3 inches of this model and roll a die. Subtract 2 from a dice roll if the enemy hero is a monster. On a 4-up, you can re-roll failed hit rolls of the Tuluan Hook for attacks that target an enemy hero in that combat phase.
Nice.
So I need
So 4 up.
Yeah.
All right, so you get to re-roll your hook rolls.
Yep.
Which is 2 attacks.
2 attacks at 3 up.
All right. You get to re-roll both of them.
Woo!
All right,
so 1 hit and 3 up to wound. All right, that's a wound with 1 rend.
All right, 3 up save because of all that defense. Yep.
D3 attacks for Serrated Bill. 2 attacks. 3 up to hit. All right.
2 up to wound here. Yep, on this one.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, -1.
All right, 3 up save. He's good.
All right. So they're going to pile in. All right, so that is 4. All right, so 3 up.
Shit. So 3 ups. All right, so lots of them go through.
I wouldn't quite say lots. 3 up to wound. Oh my god.
1. All right.
1 with a rend of 1.
Rend of 1. So 5 up. He's good. All right, so that's the end of Deepkin. Turn 2.
That is the end of Deepkin turn 2.
All right, so heroic actions for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to heal him again. Nope. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so he gets D3 wounds back. 1 wound.
That's rough, buddy.
I too am going to try to heal. Need under 7. Nope.
All right. Violent Fury. This War Chanter is going to put Violent Fury on this block of our boys here. All right, so my Weird Knob Shaman is going to try to cast the Great Big Green Hand of Gork. So it's on 8. He fails. I failed casting it. That's fine. So these guys have Violent Fury.
One thing goes my way.
All right, so I'm going to use my Mighty Destroyers. He's going to target himself with it, which means he's within 3 inches of an enemy, so he gets to pile in and attack in my hero phase, and he'll get to attack again in the combat phase. So he's just going to pile right on into this guy. And he's going to attack him. All right, so he gets 9 attacks now, because he's got 3 ticks of strength from victory. 9, and we'll be on 3s. All right.
So many 6s.
Yeah, if 6s did more wins, that guy would be screwed. All right, on 3s.
He's screwed anyway.
All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rend of 3. 3 damage apiece, so 15 damage. All right, so we're going to move our move phase. These guys are going to run these Ard boys right here.
Let's see that 1.
6.
And the opposite of a 1.
So they get 10 inches here, which is definitely enough to get them up to this objective, so that's just what they're going to do. All right, I'm going to run my my War Chanter here, and I'm hoping for another really good run roll. 6 again. All right, so he normally has, I think, a 4-inch movement. Yep, so he's up to 10 inches as well, which should be enough. Yep, that puts him controlling the subjective now. So that is exactly what I needed.
Yep.
All right, this guy's just going to hobble up and stand victoriously on the ritual site. And I think it's thematic that it's my shaman on the ritual site. He's smoking the sacred herb,
yep.
You know, saying the libations to Gorka and Morka. All right. So can you measure for my mega boss here? Is he within 3 inches of your guys? Does he need to charge or does he just pile in? Yeah, he's
just
within
pile
3.
in.
Okay, cool.
Push
Well, yeah, we're going to my combat phase now. He will pile in, and I'm definitely going to attack with him first. Yep. So he gets 9 attacks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to go ahead and spend my last command point and all-out attack him. So he'll hit on 2s here.
All right, give me a second.
All right, on 2s. That was a good command point. All right, and on 3s. All right, so that is 5 go through at rend of 3.
How much damage again?
They're 3 each, so that'll be 15 damage.
They are all dead. I am wiped.
All right. So then, now you can still actually, here's the weird part about this victory condition. You can still win this game if I roll bad. Because at the end of this turn, I get to do it, and then I get to do it 3 more times. If I don't make it up to enough victory points, you automatically win. So I'm going to score a D6 and 2 D3 for each round.
Yep.
And then I'm going to do a couple of other things, but I'll go ahead and roll this. So, all right, D6 for round 1. Round 2. All right, so that's 1. So I got 1 victory point. And now the 2 D3 for the repositories. That is 3 and 2. So that's 5 more. So that's 6 for this round. And then
round 3.
For round 3, I get up to 8, and then 2 D3. That is 1 and then 2, so 3 more. So that takes me up to 12.
Takes you to 11.
Takes me to 11. All right. Round 4, D6. 12. 12, 2 D3.
13.
And
14, 15.
15. All right, so that's enough for a major victory there.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to get the major victory. And what I'm also going to do is, so my Defend My Homeland quest, I score a point for each unit that ends up within my deployment zone. I believe. Let me double check that. Does that sound right to you, studio guy? Can we have them check it in the studio back there?
It will show up on the screen right now.
Oh yeah, perfect. If only we could watch this as we were filming it. For each friendly unit wholly within your territory. Yeah. So I've got 3 rounds to do it. I'm going to move every unit I still have back into my deployment zone. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'll complete this quest this game.
Yep.
So at any rate, that's the end of the game. We will see you guys in the wrap-up where we do our bookkeeping stuff and we say goodbye to AJ and talk about the game.
Yes.
Okay, now that we have finished the battle, we're going to move into the aftermath sequence. If you guys want to follow along with us at home, we're at page 314 in the 3rd edition core rulebook. So step 1 is earn glory points. So we all start with 5 for just having a 600 point army. All right, so fought a path to glory battle is worth 5 glory points. So you get 5 more. Congratulations, you have 10 glory points. So do I. Won a major victory, you get 3 glory points. I get 3 more. Your warlord took part in the battle and was not slain. You get another glory point, so that's me.
Yep.
Yours was unfortunately slain. So you get 5 more glory points, bringing your total to 10.
Nice.
And I get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, bringing my total up to a number.
13.
14.
14. 14. Math.
Phantom Tabletop Gaming stands by its mathematical skills.
Yes.
All right, so now that that's out of the way, and we'll put a little tracker up with our post-production guy just so that you can keep track of where we're all at.
He's good at all that.
Yep.
Sure.
All right, so the next thing we have to do is we have to resolve our injuries and casualties. So this is going to be mostly AJ rolling dice, unfortunately. I only lost 3 models, but we will get to it. So, injury rolls for heroes. So how many heroes with characteristics, wounds, a characteristic of 8 or more do you have? 0. Okay, so we're going to roll for your heroes next. So you roll 2d6 for each hero. So which one do you want to do first? Do you want to do Lotan or do you want to do your Soul Renderer?
Let's go ahead and get Soul Renderer taken.
All right, so something to keep in mind. You can spend a glory point once in this whole process to re-roll a roll.
Okay.
And so if you roll a 2 here, your Soul Renderer could die.
Okay.
So let's go ahead. So roll your 2d6.
And that is 11.
That is 11. He gets a minor injury, which is no effect, so he's good. So let's go ahead and slide him off to the side there. That way we don't duplicate any work here.
Okay.
All right, so next up, let's roll for Lotan. 2d6, same roll.
That is 8.
8 is minor injury, no effect. Okay, so that could have gone a lot worse for you. So next, none of my heroes died, so I can skip this step. So we'll go on to the next step, which is rolling Casualty Rolls. So this is where this is to make a roll for a unit. You roll a number of dice equal to the number of models in that unit that were slain during the battle. For each roll of 1, increase the unit's casualty score by 1. After making a casualty roll, you can choose to spend 1 glory point to re-roll one of the dice in that casualty roll. No more than 1 dice can be re-rolled in each casualty roll. In subsequent Path to Glory battles, after the unit is set up on the battlefield for the first time, remove a number of models from that unit equal to its casualty score. So basically, every roll of 1 you get here, next time you play, you're going to lose that many models. So,
okay.
Do you want to do your eels first?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get them out of the way.
All right, so we're going to roll 3d6, and we're going to hope for no 1.
Here, God, we hope for no 1s. That's cocked.
That's very cocked.
That is a 1.
Would you like to spend a glory point?
I would.
All right.
Because I need all 3 of them.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now we can move the eels over to the side here.
It has not been my day for rolls.
And I'll go ahead and roll mine. So I had 3 models out of one of my Art Boy squads die. So I'm just going to roll 3d6 and see if any of them go away. Nope, I'm good. All right. So next we'll go to, you want to do your Reavers or your Thralls next?
I'll let you choose.
You'll let me choose?
I'll let you choose.
Boy, it's like
you
Christmas.
killed them all.
I mean, kill is a strong... Okay, we'll do the
Remains
Reavers.
to be seen. Remains to be seen.
We'll do the Reavers. We'll do the Reavers. Ooh.
1.
All right.
1. So that means the next time I bring them, I have a max of 9.
Correct. Well, technically it's still max of 10. When you set them up, you take 1 off. So,
okay.
Yeah. All right. So next we'll do the Thralls.
Okay. 1 as well.
1 as well. All right. Okay. So honestly, you came through that pretty good.
It could have been a lot worse.
For all that you lost.
Yeah.
Being down 2 models in your largest model count units.
Yeah.
It's like losing an eel would have been brutal. Losing a hero would have been
worse.
brutal too.
Yeah. With their charge effect and everything, that would have changed the dynamic of a battle so much.
Yeah. All right. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to gain Renown Points. So units in a Path to Glory army may gain 1 or more Renown Point after taking part in the battle. Renown Points represent the growing skills and status of your warriors. So each unit that took part in the battle was not destroyed gains 1 Renown Point, which is everything in my army.
Everything in your army.
And none of yours, unfortunately. We didn't get any bonus Renown from the mission pack because we didn't look at that. But sorry, guys.
Live and learn.
All right, favored warriors. So pick 1 unit that took part in the battle to be your favored warrior. That unit gains D6 Renown points. So who do you want? So keep in mind your warlord starts with a bunch of renown. So picking them for this is not a great idea. I'm assuming you're going to pick your eels.
Yes, they are the pride of my army.
All right, so roll a D6 and they get that many extra renown points. 3. All right. So that'll pop up on the screen right now. You can see that they got 3 renown points. All right, I'm going to choose a unit of Art Boys.
Not your chanter.
Not my war chanter.
Well, because he's already a hero, so he's going to get...
Well, so the bonuses for it, I think, are more interesting for the infantry stuff. Like, the war chanter just kind of sits in the back and bangs his sticks together and says, hey, punch him better. And anyway. All right, so we're going to roll a D6 for a unit of Art Boys, because they already get 1, because they survived the battle.
Yes, they did.
All right. 4, which takes them to 5, which actually brings them to the first rank, which is Veteran Warriors. I don't know what that does yet, but... Oh, Veteran Ability. So I get to choose one of these. I will look over these, and next time I play with these guys, I'll let you know what I choose. But one of my Art Boys gets a
Now,
gets
is
a
it
better
a unit or
the
one?
unit?
Okay.
Yes, the unit.
Okay.
One of my two 5-man units gets it. All right, heroes. Heroes earn different ranks other than other units. Heroes. All right. Okay. So we'll just skip over that part. Next is complete quest. So let's roll back to the quests here. I think they're right before the battle plan. No, I don't know where the quests are. Okay, here we go. All right. So we're going to complete our quests. All right. Okay, so you chose to search for the artifact. Okay, so you didn't get any bonus points for that.
Nope.
Do you want to spend a glory point to gain 1 quest point for it to get you 1 step closer to finishing it?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and do that.
So you'll spend 1 of your glory points, bringing your total down to 8. Yeah, because you spent 1 for a reroll.
Yep.
All right, so you get 1 point towards that. So for Defend Your Realm, I get 1 quest point for each friendly unit wholly within my territory at the end of the game, which was all of mine. So I actually just finished that quest, which gets me 10 more glory points, which will bring me up to 23 because I haven't spent any so far. So we're going shopping at the Big Wa Mall pretty soon.
24.
All right.
24.
24? Oh, okay. 24 renown points, or glory points rather, sorry, for the orcs. So the IronJawz are going to be making a pit stop at the Big Wa Mall soon to purchase some additional units. The next step is to manage our strongholds. In this step, we can spend glory points to upgrade our stronghold to a different type and add barracks. Neither one of us have nearly enough. You need 30 glory points to hit the next level of the stronghold, so probably won't be for a couple more games before anybody's really looking at that.
Well, not for me. You, maybe.
Well, yeah, maybe next time if they win again. We'll see. The next step is to manage our territories. So basically, we get to roll on this chart here, this handy-dandy chart, 1 time each, and we get one of these territories. And they do different things, like they can give us extra hero slots. Like right now, we're capped at 3 heroes. Okay. So it can let you take a 4th hero. It can give you an extra reinforcement point to run bigger units. Stuff like that. It can give you more wizard slots, because right now we only have 1 wizard slot apiece. Stuff like that. So yeah, all right, so you're going to roll a d66. So I'm going to give you a different die so we can keep track of which one's the 10s die.
Okay.
So which one, do you want your dice or my dice to be the 10s die?
I can read mine, so we'll use this.
Okay, well, roll them both at the same time, because one of them is going to be 1 through 6, the other one's going to be 1 through 6 for the thing. And when you land on this, we'll read what it does, and then if you want it, you have to spend 10 glory points to keep it, which I don't think you actually have right now. But for fun and for going over these, we're going to go ahead and roll it.
14.
14. So that would have been barren waste. This territory cannot be controlled, so you wouldn't have got anything anyway.
That works out.
Unfortunate.
Just like the rest of the game.
All right, I'm going to borrow one of your dice.
Go for it.
And I got 65, which is special territory. If your battle tome has a faction territories table, well, hopefully I get a battle tome soon for these guys. Who knows? Maybe we'll see. Alternatively, you can pick one result from this table that corresponds to a roll of 21 to 42. I'll look over that, and the next time I play, I'll announce any decisions I make. Maybe by the next time these guys are on the channel, we have a new IronJawz battle tome. That should be coming any day now. So, fingers crossed. Anyway, the next thing we do is we manage our order of battle, which lets us add new units, recuperate units, reinforce units. We're going to take care of all this bookkeeping stuff off camera. There's no dice rolls involved. There's nothing interesting like that. And we'll let you guys know the decisions we make next time we have these armies on. Yeah. All right, so that's the aftermath sequence. We'll see you in just a second for the wrap up.
Smile.
Yeah, I am.
All right, so that's the aftermath sequence done, and that's our game finished. So, what'd you think, AJ?
I think I got demolished pretty bad.
Well,
it did not take long.
Well, just as a couple of quick notes about the game, I guess. We misplayed a couple of things that probably would have made a difference. Most notably, his Morsar Guard were supposed to have Rend of 2 on the turn that they charged in.
And damage 2 with their
And damage 2, and we completely missed that. He even talked about it introducing his warband, and sometimes you get caught up playing and you just forget stuff. So, in the immortal words of Bruce Shanahan, oops. At any rate, and also a turn I counted my Orc Mega Boss as having Violent Fury when he definitely didn't have Violent Fury. AJ and I did the math. It wouldn't have actually changed anything. He still would have killed the same thing that he killed, but just wanted to kind of get that out there. Mistakes happen. New edition, new armies. It's just...
And Lotan was supposed to have a 5-up negative wound, or
for the first wound.
For the first wound.
Again,
Forgot to do that.
That probably
just
would
minor
have
little things.
The
Never
big thing
used
was the
Lotan
eels.
before. That could have made a game changer.
And also, us at Phantom Tabletop Gaming want to just extend a heartfelt apology to AJ. We forced him to use different dice for this game. He has these beautiful Idoneth Deepkin dice that are impossible to read. You need an advanced degree in mathematics and hieroglyphs to be able to read them.
They're amazing, worth every cent, and I'm not gonna lessen your win, but if I had used my dice, it could have been different.
It's very possible it would have been different. But we wanted you at home to be able to actually read the dice rolls. So make sure you say thank you to AJ in the comments, both for coming and being a visitor on the channel. We really appreciate him bringing his beautiful models, but also for being a good sport about using different dice. If you liked this video and you want to see more like it, please hit the like and subscribe button down. That really helps us out. It helps the channel grow. If you want to support us more directly, we have an affiliate link in the comments below. If you click that, it'll take you to Amazon, and we'll have all the stuff that we use today, links to that in the comments. But even if you don't buy those, if you just click the link and go to Amazon and buy something else like diapers or cat food, that still benefits us. It costs you nothing, and every single red cent that we get from that, we're reinvesting directly into the channel. We have lots of terrain coming in. We're trying to expand our selection of armies and warbands, and we're just having a great time doing this. If you want to talk to us directly, you can find a link to our Discord channel in the comments below. AJ's actually on there with us, so if you have any questions regarding his Deepkin and how he did those beautiful bases, you can definitely ask him in there. He will respond to it. We're on there pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
At any rate, we want to say thank you again, AJ, for coming, and we hope to have you again in the future. And for those of you at home, keep gaming. We'll see you next time.